What's up, guys? What's up, guys? It's your boy Roy back at it again with another Preaching to the Birds podcast. We got one more day until preseason starts. You know, we playing the Ravens tomorrow. Everybody is hyped up. But I got to talk about a team that's not the Eagles today. Simply because I think this is the last opportunity I think I'm going to get to have to talk about these dudes. And it is the Cowboys. We also like to call them the Cowgirls. You know, I'm an Eagles fan, so, you know, we're going to talk our shit here on this podcast anyways. The Preaching the Birds podcast, you know, go ahead and make sure to like and subscribe, by the way, you know. But, yeah, I think the Cowboys are going to choke. I think this is the year of choke for the Cowboys. I think this is the year that the Cowboys break this thing down. And let's just jump right into it, okay? So, yeah, I think there's three real main reasons that the Cowboys really choke this year, right? This year, not next year, not the year after, not even 5 years ago. This year, I think the Cowgirls are done. Why do I say that? Three main reasons. But really, it's just one. It's really just one. It is management. Management. To be honest with you, now that I really thought about it, you know, I'm doing this on the fly right now. It's a lot of reasons, okay? We're just going to go over all of them. Fuck it. Jerry Jones is buns. Trash. Garbaggio. Let's think about this for real. Jerry Jones brought in Mike McCarthy to be their head coach, right? What, 2020, something like that? At that time, yeah, Kellen Moore, boy genius. He had Amari Cooper. Had one of the most talented teams in the league. Matter of fact, Alllll McCoy has stated that this year, the Dallas Cowboys have had one of the most talented teams in the league. Top three, even. My point I'm trying to make is that the Cowboys have had a top three roster for the last 5-6 years. Period. Point blank. They've had a great D-line for a while of that period. They had a good offensive line. It's not as good this year, but, you know, it's okay. It's all right. And what have they done with it? What have the Cowboys done with these great defensive line, offensive line, this great quarterback they're supposed to have had? Nothing. And why is that? It is Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is in charge of hiring the coach. He's been in charge of drafting the players. He drafted Dak Prescott. He signed Ezekiel Elliott to that monster deal that ended up blowing up in his face, just like Dak Prescott's deal is blowing up in his face right now, by the way. Jerry Jones failed to sign Zach Martin, and Zach Martin is now holding out of camp. He's been holding out of camp the last 2 weeks. Preseason game is about to start. Zach Martin is still out of camp. You know what happens to players when they hold out most of the time? They get hurt. Zach Martin is their best player. Their best player on offense, in my opinion. You gonna let your best player feel disrespected to the point where he's gonna hurt himself? Okay. Let's see how that ends up in your future. Let's see how that goes later down the line. See how that works out for you. They let go of Ezekiel Elliott, even though Tony Pollard hurt himself last year in the playoffs. You got Ronald Jones to replace Ezekiel Elliott, but where is Ronald Jones right now? He unfortunately got a PED suspension, baby. Huh? So the dude you brought in to replace Ezekiel Elliott is already suspended for what, 3-6 games? And you have a Tony Pollard who's going to get the bulk of the carries with a smaller Deuce Vaughn. That's what y'all telling me you're going to do. That's what you're telling me. Your roster is telling me you're going to do. But you expect to be the top team in the NFC? Matter of fact, Jerry Jones has come out and said that he is, or his team is the team to beat in the NFC East this year, which to me is adding more pressure to Dak Prescott, who has also doubled down and said that he will not throw more than 10 interceptions, which, if we're going by practice, by what we're seeing, hearing about Dak Prescott at practice, is a absolute lie. Dak Prescott threw 2 to 3 picks the day LaShawn McCoy was there to go visit the team. And LaShawn McCoy wasn't even there when he was throwing the picks, so I don't understand why he was so nervous, maybe? Inaccurate? For real? I'm just being real. It just seems like the Dallas Cowboys are setting themselves up for failure, for a disbandment or dismemberment of the team. It seems like the Dallas Cowboys are ready to tear this thing down. But that's just how I feel about it. How y'all feel about it? Let me know. I might be wrong. Let me know if the angle's kind of weird. I just feel like holding this, talking to you. I like my beard. It's feeling right. So I just feel like, let me just let the beard show. Come on. But yeah, I hope y'all having a good day. It's good to be an Eagles fan and not a Cowboy fan right now. It's being 100. They just copying all the shit we do. Deuce. And by that, I mean, they went and got Mozzie Smith, like how we got Jordan Davis to fill up the middle. And they went and got a corner to, bolster their defense. And then they went, how we went and got James Bradbury. And then, they went and got another receiver, like we went and got A.J. Brown. But, these are all lesser things. It is what it is. Copycat movements. And you know what happens to copycats? They never, ever are as good as the original, baby. Peace out. So in conclusion, the reason why the Dallas Cowboys is done this year is because Jerry Jones fucked it all up. He fucked it all up. Team built on a running game. He has a running back that's injury prone, leading the way. No stable running backs, no. Just one player that's really good, but injury prone. Bad idea for me. Best player, not signed to an extension, not happy with his contract on the offensive line. Zach Martin is pissed. He been missing all training camp. He gonna come back rusty, probably get hurt. And last but not least, you putting way too much pressure on Dak Prescott, baby. Sign him to an outrageous contract where he's going to have to get restructured soon. It's a wrap for y'all niggas. And as an Eagle fan, I'm excited as fuck to say it. Ha ha!